open up my hips, squash, drive straight up. That's why we did those pre-activation exercises. That is a quad dominant squat. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. The last natty. Checking in. Today we're going to be talking about squats. Now, if you are someone who's been squatting for a while and you're a bit more becoming more of an intermediate to an advanced lifter, this is something that you should consider, which is that when you squat, there are many ways we can squat, and you should be squatting in a way that's going to help you achieve what your goals are. So you have to identify, what do you want to achieve if you're going to squat? So someone like myself, my goal is to really focus on my quads, because once you identify what your goal is and how you want to squat, that's going to dictate how you're going to set yourself up, where the bar's going to sit, how you're going to position your body. Important to consider when it comes to how you want to optimize your squat. So I'm going to show you how I optimize the barbell squat for quad development. Some quadzillas, which I don't have yet, but my goal is to get some quadzillas going on. This is the video for you. It's very important to warm up. I used to warm up with just the bar and just actually jumping straight under the barbell and just doing squats. I don't do that anymore. I really take the time to do some pre-warm-up exercises. Get a barbell and we get into our RDL position. And then from that point, I open up my hips towards the opposite direction. So if it's my right leg, I'm going towards the left side of the room and I'm aiming my belly button away, pointing towards the other side of the room. And that's really opening up my right hip. So I make sure to do both sides of the leg. I do about 5 reps. First one, I take it where I feel that stretch. I move my leg in the air. I try to almost get that, move my body in a way where I really feel that hip opening up and that stretch. Opening up those hips is gonna make it much easier for you to really get nice and deep in the squat. Next thing I'm doing is I am getting an assisted band and I'm getting into a squat position and I'm almost pausing throughout the movement. And each time I pause, I'm pushing my knees slightly out. This is just me getting comfortable and really firing up my glutes, because even though we're gonna be doing a quad dominant movement, our glutes are still going to be a factor. We still need that mind-muscle connection with our glutes to be able to focus on doing a quad dominant squat. Even if you are doing a hip dominant squat or any kind of squat, those glutes are an important piece of the puzzle. So it's really important to warm them up. These are our shoulder taps. So the goal of my shoulder taps is, as I move one arm up, I no longer have stability on the ground. So I have to really focus on tensing my trunk, filling my trunk with air, and then creating a tight trunk so that way I don't collapse. But that is the same sensation that we want when we squat, because we really want our abs switched on, which is gonna create a strong structure and makes our squat that much stronger. And I also will focus on my ankle mobility as well. With a plate, I'm squatting down and I'm slowly pushing one knee over the mid portion of my foot. So I start off with one leg first. I might do my right side. I just slowly lean, driving my right knee over the mid portion of my foot, over the toes, while keeping my feet flat. And then I hold that, do the other side, and then when I come back to the other side, try to go a little bit deeper, especially when it comes to a quad dominant squat. Ankle mobility is so important, even for regular squats, but even more so when we do a quad dominant squat. Having something to elevate your heels can be a great tool to get some more ankle mobility. Whether you have squat shoes with heel elevation or having some small plates that you can put your heels on, can create that heel elevation and help you get more knees over your toes. We're gonna go with a high bar position. It's gonna sit on the top of our traps, our upper traps. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna sit on our upper traps here. Again, we're still gonna get tight with our hands. Bring our hands as close in as we can. Squeezing our upper back and my lats down. Okay. Now, my feet position is really important. We're not gonna go shoulder width. We're gonna go a little bit more of a narrower stance. Now, when it comes to our toe position, some people like to have their toes very straight on. For my body, for my biomechanics, the way that, because everyone's different when it comes to femur length, the head of the femur, your hip sockets, where those the head of the femur sit within those hip sockets. They're all factors to consider when it comes to how you are going to position your feet, but also which way your toes are gonna point. So you're gonna have to play around with it. Again, general guideline, we're gonna go more of a narrower stance. I personally like to get my toes slightly pointed more out, not exaggerating it, but for me, not straight on. I like my toes a little bit further out because that allows me to, which is my next tip, as I'm gonna squat down, I wanna still open up my hips. Yes, this is quad dominant, but for me to really sit nice and deep, I need to open up my hips. That's why we did those pre-activation exercises. So from here, still important, I'm gonna keep my torso really tall, but I'm gonna switch on my abs. I'm gonna pretend someone's punching me in the stomach, getting those abs tight. That's why we did those shoulder taps, to get that mind muscle connection, that sensation of really getting my trunk switched on, those tight abdominal muscles. From here, I'm gonna keep my torso up. I don't wanna push my hips back. That's more hip dominant, more glute dominant. There's nothing wrong pushing your hips back. You are still gonna get quad engagement, but you're going to incorporate these bigger glute muscles to help. And if you're really trying to build up your quads, we want less glute emphasize and more focus and emphasis on the quads. We're gonna engage our core, abs on. From here, I'm going to open up my hips, but I'm thinking straight down. I squash my hamstrings to my calves and I drive straight up. That is a more quad dominant squat, because as I keep my torso up, I'm getting all this knee flexion. I'm not keeping my shins vertical. Shins vertical, can you see how I'm pushing my glutes back? We don't want shins vertical. We want knee flexion while keeping my torso up, and I drive straight up. So as you fatigue, you may want to, when you're here, it's gonna be a lot harder to keep yourself tall and straight up. You're going to probably want to go glutes, hips, push back, because you're naturally gonna wanna use your strong glutes. You're gonna have to really practice, it takes time, to really use a lot of cognitive effort to really think straight down, squash the hamstrings of the calves, drive straight up. And now we still are engaging our glutes. At the bottom here, I wanna think, squeeze my glutes and drive straight up. Because I find by almost needing to squeeze my glutes and drive straight up, I'm preventing my hips shooting back, I'm keeping myself more upright. That is a quad dominant squat. So again, we keep ourselves nice and tall. Big breath, engage the trunk. I come straight down, open the hips, get nice and deep, squash, drive up. I haven't barbell squatted for a long time, as I mentioned, so I'm not gonna go heavy. I'm gonna show you what my last set looks like, what I'm gonna really try to keep my torso up and not shoot my hips back, because that again is more glute. Let's see, we're gonna build it up and I'm gonna show you what a final working set looks like as a quad dominant squat. I've just got a plate each side and a 5 kilo plate each side. And I could honestly back off the weight and just go a little bit higher reps, but I'm gonna stick with this weight. Last set. Really trying to tell myself, stay upright, stay tall. Take your time, there's no rush. Get in the position that's gonna feel best for you. Stay there. Shit. I shouldn't be drop setting considering this is a new movement I haven't done for a while, especially this type of variation. But hey, fuck it, let's do it. Take your time. Oh shit. Stay there. Come on. Go. Oh, yep. Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. All right. Alrighty, that's a quad dominant squat. Hope you're able to take some tips, try it for yourself. I'm not the strongest guy, but it's definitely a variation. You cannot go as heavy as a hip dominant squat. Glutes are a big, strong muscle. So you have to back the weight off when doing this kind of variation. So put the ego aside, focus on those tips we talked about if that goal is to be a quad dominant kind of style of exercise that you're trying to achieve. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. The last natty checking out. See you guys.